My beloved child, listen carefully, because what I'm about to reveal will leave your heart trembling. The same woman who once poisoned the heart of the one you loved, the one who whispered lies behind your back and turned your person cold toward you, something dark has now fallen upon her life. Her silence last night wasn't peace, it was pain, and what happened in her home was not a secret for long. The air around her has shifted. Her laughter that once mocked you has turned into broken cries that echo through the walls of her own guilt. Those who once stood beside her have stepped back, one by one, as karma starts to speak louder than her words ever did. Don't skip this, because what I'm telling you right now is divine truth unfolding. Everyone except you knows that last night, she was slapped by someone she trusted, someone she thought would never raise a hand against her. The shock in her eyes wasn't just from pain, it was from realization. The very energy she used to destroy your peace is now destroying her own. The same lies she spun around your name are wrapping tightly around her, and for the first time, she feels the sting of the same betrayal she gave you. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She hides her bruises behind makeup, pretending nothing happened, but her spirit is fractured. Every reflection she sees reminds her of how she hurt you. Each whisper from people around her now carries pity, the same pity she once forced others to feel for you. Your person, the one she turned against you, has begun to see through her mask. He's not the same anymore, his eyes hold regret, and his silence is filled with confusion. The things he believed before now seem poisoned, and deep down, he's starting to feel something shift inside. Archangel Michael says, justice never comes loudly, it arrives silently, through moments that mirror the pain we've caused others. What's happening to her now is not punishment, it's revelation. Heaven is allowing her to taste the bitterness she served you, drop by drop. She's learning what it feels like to be unheard. To cry for help, and no one listens. To realize that the people who cheered for your downfall were never her real friends, they just wanted drama, and now they've disappeared. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Last night's slap wasn't just physical, it cracked the illusion she built. The truth hit her harder than the hand that struck her. The mask she wore for years fell apart, and underneath it, she saw a woman tormented by her own choices. Your name escaped her lips in tears. Yes, the same name she once cursed and twisted now comes out in regret. Because somewhere deep inside, she knows that what she destroyed was real, and that she pushed someone good away. Her world is collapsing quietly. The lights in her house flickered as if even the universe refused to look at what she had become. She's trapped in a cycle of her own creation, surrounded by people who use her just as she once used others. Your person doesn't know how to feel. The same woman who convinced him that you were the problem is now revealing her true face, and the shock in his eyes grows each day. What he believed was love now feels like control, and he's realizing that he was just another pawn in her story. Type Amen to get blessing 555. My beloved child, stay calm. Heaven has seen your tears and counted every night you spent praying for clarity. This is that moment. The truth is surfacing not to hurt you, but to free you. Don't wish her pain, because her pain is already written into her path. She's waking up every day with fear, the same fear she once put in you. The difference is, you have healed, she is only beginning to face the mirror of her actions. People are talking, but not the way she expected. Those who believed her lies now whisper about her downfall. Some even say they saw her crying near the streetlight, clutching her face, mumbling your name through sobs. And your person? He's haunted. The guilt of leaving you, the memories of your kindness, and the realization that everything she said was a manipulation, it's breaking him slowly. He's not speaking yet, but his silence says everything. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Archangel Michael says, this was never revenge, it was divine balance. The same energy that once worked against you has returned to its sender, multiplied and unfiltered. She tried to destroy you emotionally, but now she's the one being emotionally torn apart. The one who spread rumors about your worth is now being judged by the same world she fooled. Even her closest circle avoids her calls because they're afraid to be seen near a crumbling story. Your person sees it. He feels the shift in her tone, the guilt in her eyes. The way she trembles when someone mentions your name, that's the power of truth resurfacing. You didn't have to fight, the universe did it for you. Now she's realizing the value of peace, the kind she stole from you. But it's too late, because once trust breaks, it never returns the same. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Her house is no longer filled with laughter. It's filled with whispers, fear, and the echo of regret. Every sound makes her flinch, every knock on the door makes her heart race, as if her past is coming to collect what's due. Meanwhile, your light is growing stronger. The very people who doubted you are now admiring your resilience. They see how you stayed silent while life itself defended you. Your person can't sleep well. Dreams of you visit him every night, not haunting, but healing. He remembers your eyes, the softness in your tone, the patience you carried even when everything was falling apart. Now he wishes he had listened. But destiny never forgets who's true, and it seems the time has come for you to see that you were never the villain, you were the lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 888. My beloved child, hold your peace. Do not interfere with what heaven is unfolding. The pain she faces now is only the beginning of her awakening. The one who slapped her isn't just a person, it's the reflection of her own actions. Every cruelty she showed others is manifesting in front of her. Her fake smile can't hide the tremble in her voice anymore. She once played with hearts, but now her own is being played with. The phone she used to gossip about you has gone silent. No one calls. No one listens. Even her reflection seems to turn away. Every mirror in her house feels heavy with shame, as if the truth is too hard to look at. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, this is your sign of release. The cycle that once bound you to pain is closing tonight. You are walking into a chapter that no longer includes betrayal, only blessings. Don't skip, because something huge is about to turn in your favor. The energy that was once stolen from you is being restored tenfold. Everything that was delayed is now rushing toward you. While she hides behind walls of regret, your name is being lifted in conversations of admiration. Even your person is slowly realizing that they misjudged the only one who truly cared. This is not the end of her story, but it is the beginning of your rise. Her pain is her awakening, and your peace is your crown. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. You'll soon hear whispers, people will tell you fragments of what happened. Don't be shocked. Heaven doesn't expose without reason. Every truth comes out when the lesson is complete. The one who once celebrated your tears is now crying the same way. And while she hides from the world, the light around you is expanding, brighter than before. Your person will try to reach out, not to fix the past, but to confess. He's beginning to see the manipulation, the jealousy, and the lies that kept you apart. But you, my beloved child, must decide from strength, not emotion. Forgiveness is power, not surrender. Show grace, and let the universe handle the rest. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Now, breathe. The weight that sat on your chest for so long is lifting. The pain that once made you question your worth has turned into your greatest protection. The woman who caused all this chaos is learning that no lie lasts forever. Her world is collapsing because it was built on deception. And as she faces the reflection of her actions, she will finally understand the depth of what she lost: your loyalty, your kindness, your light. Let her cry. Let her heal. But you, walk forward. Because heaven has closed that chapter permanently. From now on, peace will find your doorstep before pain ever does again. The story is over. The silence after her downfall didn't last long. Rumors spread like smoke through every corner of her world, carrying pieces of truth that could no longer be hidden. Her reputation, once guarded by fear and manipulation, began to crumble like fragile glass under the weight of divine justice. People who once admired her began whispering in disgust. Her friends, the same ones who encouraged her to destroy your name, are now avoiding eye contact. No one wants to stand beside someone cursed by their own deceit. She can feel the distance, the emptiness, the cold shadow that now replaces her fake smiles. Your person, however, is restless. Nights have become heavier, sleep feels like punishment. The memories of how he treated you replay in his mind like unfinished conversations, and guilt becomes the only thing he can hear. He never imagined the truth would surface like this. Every lie she told about you is now collapsing under her own confessions. The universe has flipped the story, and your silence has become the loudest proof of innocence. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. One by one, people are walking away from her. The hand that once slapped her has now become a symbol of karma's return. Each mark on her soul carries the echo of every wound she caused. She tries to smile in public, but her laughter breaks mid-air. Those who pass by her can sense something dark clinging to her aura. Her confidence has shattered, the world that once feared her no longer listens. My beloved child, this is not a time to gloat. This is the hour of revelation. What's happening is far deeper than revenge, it's the soul learning through pain what it refused to learn through love. The people who sided with her now look for you silently. They remember your kindness, your calmness, your refusal to retaliate. They see now that you were never the problem, you were the light that exposed their darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. She thought she could bury your truth, but truth does not die. It waits, quietly, until the right moment to rise again. And now, that moment has arrived. The energy around you is changing. Doors that were once closed are unlocking. Opportunities that were blocked by her lies are finding their way back to you effortlessly. Even your person can feel it, the magnetic pull of fate trying to rewrite what was wronged. He watches from afar, torn between shame and longing. His eyes search for you in crowds, but your energy feels distant, untouchable, protected by something greater. Archangel Michael says, every tear you shed was an investment into your own victory. Every heartbreak was paving the road for this moment of divine balance. What once hurt now heals through truth revealed. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Late at night, she hears whispers that aren't there. Every creak, every echo, reminds her of that night when everything changed. The slap that awakened her wasn't just from another person, it was the sound of destiny snapping her illusions apart. She scrolls through old pictures of you, the ones she secretly kept but never admitted. For the first time, she sees your face not with envy, but with sorrow. She realizes you never deserved what she did, you were only ever genuine. Your person found those pictures once, hidden deep in her phone. He didn't say anything, but something inside him shattered. The woman he trusted was still obsessed with the one she tried to erase. That realization cut deeper than any words. It showed him that love built on lies can't survive. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. My beloved child, you have become the lesson she could never escape. Every path she takes leads back to the truth of who you are. Your energy lingers in every space she enters, reminding her that you were chosen, not forgotten. She tries to move on, but the universe blocks her steps. Every time she reaches for peace, guilt pulls her back. Even her reflection feels foreign, the eyes staring back are not confident, but haunted. Your person's family now knows the truth. Someone finally spoke up about what happened, how she twisted every word, every story, to make you seem unworthy. The truth spread like wildfire, and suddenly, the world flipped. Now he's the one defending you in conversations he once avoided. The shame of believing her burns inside him, and he knows he has to face you someday, not to justify, but to confess. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The woman, once proud and fearless, walks like a ghost. Her beauty has faded beneath exhaustion, her smile trembles like a broken mirror. Nothing can hide the pain written across her face. People talk about her downfall in hushed tones, but no one dares to comfort her. They know this is her season of consequence. Every word, every lie, every act of cruelty has returned with multiplied force. At night, she dreams of the slap again, not as pain, but as echoing guilt. She wakes up crying, whispering apologies to the darkness, but no one hears. Her walls, once filled with laughter, now echo with regret. Archangel Michael says, this is divine correction, not cruelty. When truth returns, it doesn't destroy, it redeems. What she faces now is her path to awakening, though she may not recognize it yet. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Meanwhile, your person walks through the streets lost in thought. Every song, every scent, every passing shadow reminds him of you. He's beginning to understand that love doesn't fade, it waits. He recalls your patience, your softness, the way you warned him without anger. The guilt in his heart grows heavier, but beneath it lies a spark of hope, maybe destiny can still fix what people broke. He doesn't know how to reach out. His words tremble before they reach his lips. The fear of rejection keeps him silent, yet his heart beats your name with every passing hour. The woman senses his emotional distance and panics. She realizes too late that manipulation cannot bind love forever. The more she tries to hold him, the more he slips away. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. My beloved child, the time is coming when truth will stand before you. Those who doubted you will bow their heads in silence. What was hidden in shadows is stepping into light. Your strength has become your protection. Your calmness has become your crown. You are walking proof that the universe rewards the pure of heart. She is now learning that every action carries a vibration, and every lie returns to its source. The slap she received was the echo of her own betrayal, and now the echoes grow louder each day. Her own family has turned distant. They no longer defend her because they've seen her crumble. She walks with guilt clinging to her like a shadow that never fades. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. You, however, are stepping into your rebirth. The pain that once broke you has transformed into quiet confidence. People see it, they feel it, the glow of someone who survived storms without losing grace. Your person will soon come forward. Not out of pity, but because truth has finally burned away the lies. His heart can no longer live with regret, it's pushing him toward redemption. The woman will hear of it, and her final tears will fall. She'll realize that while she was busy playing with others' emotions, life was silently rewriting justice. And when that day arrives, you will not need to say anything. Your silence will speak louder than her excuses. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The night she's dreading is near, the moment when everyone knows the full truth. Screenshots, messages, confessions, all the hidden fragments aligning into one undeniable story. The truth she buried is rising, and there's nowhere to hide. Her voice shakes when she speaks your name now. The energy she once used to destroy now consumes her. Every apology she tries to send disappears into the void, unheard. Archangel Michael says, release her from your mind. Her pain is her prison, you are free. The wheel has turned, and heaven has restored what was taken. Let her learn, let her heal. The chapter is closed, and the story is yours to finish in peace. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. The next morning carried a silence heavier than the night before. She woke up with swollen eyes and a shaking breath, realizing the world no longer felt safe. Every sound in the house reminded her of the chaos she created years ago. Her phone kept lighting up with missed calls, but none were from the people she truly needed. Gossip had spread, and sympathy was mixed with judgment. She sat by the window, clutching her blanket, replaying the moment that changed everything. Outside, life moved on as if nothing had happened. But inside her chest, time stood still. Regret was no longer a thought, it had become her constant companion. The slap from last night wasn't just a moment of violence, it was the universe whispering, you can't escape truth forever. She felt it every time she tried to breathe, as though her own conscience was tightening its grip. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Your person spent that same morning in confusion. He had heard fragments of what happened. voices murmuring that she had finally faced her own karma. He didn't speak, but his silence carried storms. He looked at his reflection and saw guilt staring back. The image of you, calm, pure, unbothered, haunted him. Every moment with her now felt like punishment for the mistakes he refused to admit. At work, even his colleagues sensed the heaviness in his aura. He avoided small talk, stayed late, and stared at old messages he once ignored. His mind whispered your name, and his heart echoed it louder. That evening, he walked near the cafe where you both once met. The smell of coffee, the same table by the corner, the faint music, all of it pulled him back to when things were still real. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. My beloved child, destiny is orchestrating a reunion not of words, but of realization. The same universe that witnessed your heartbreak is now preparing the stage for your closure. She senses it too. The fear of losing control drives her into panic. Every time she sees his phone light up, she wonders if it's you he's thinking of. She cries behind locked doors, blaming the world, but deep down she knows she built this pain herself. Every cruel intention is returning as an unwanted guest, knocking on her conscience again and again. Her friends no longer answer her calls. They say she's changed, but really, they're just afraid of her energy. They can feel the weight of unspoken karma surrounding her. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. At night, she scrolls through your social media in secret. She sees your peace, your growth, your smile that doesn't need validation. It burns her, not because you're happy, but because she realizes she could have chosen kindness. Her heart trembles as she reads old messages you once sent her person. The gentleness in your words feels like a wound she can't heal. She deleted them once, but destiny made sure copies remained somewhere. Every notification now frightens her. She fears exposure, fears confrontation, fears truth. The same confidence that once made her bold now hides behind guilt. Your person finally decides to visit her. The atmosphere is tense, the silence louder than any argument. When he looks at her, he no longer sees love, he sees the reflection of every lie. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. He speaks softly but firmly, I know everything. His words slice through the air like lightning. She freezes, unable to breathe, unable to deny. The confrontation she feared has arrived. Her hands shake, tears fall uncontrollably, and the weight of truth crushes every defense she ever built. He tells her how people came forward, how the pieces finally aligned. The stories, the screenshots, the witnesses, everything points back to her deception. Her legs give way as she whispers apologies he can't even hear. It's too late. The damage is done, and the reality she ran from now stands before her, merciless and bright. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. My beloved child, in that exact moment, balance was restored. The chains that tied your name to pain were broken without you lifting a finger. Truth had done the work. Your person walks away that night, shaken but lighter. For the first time, he feels the weight of freedom, the kind that comes only when illusions collapse. She remains behind, staring into the emptiness she created. The slap that marked her body now burns inside her spirit. Every tear she sheds becomes a confession to heaven. People talk about her downfall openly now. Some pity her, others avoid her completely. But none of them can undo what's been done. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Days pass, and you sense something shifting around you. The air feels lighter, the tension that once followed you dissolves quietly. You may not know why yet, but heaven has already moved on your behalf. Doors start opening again. Opportunities call your name. Even strangers seem drawn to your energy, as though your glow has returned brighter than before. Your person watches from a distance. He doesn't know if he deserves forgiveness, but he knows he can't live another day without trying. His pride is gone, humility has replaced it. He prepares a message, short, trembling, honest. The same hands that once typed cold words now write from the heart. Every letter carries the weight of realization. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. She sees him doing this and breaks down. The fear of losing him completely consumes her. She screams, throws things, but no one listens anymore. Her actions have lost power. Her manipulation no longer works. Life has stripped her mask, and what's left is raw regret. She once thought she won, but she's learning that victories built on lies don't last. The silence she now lives in is the same silence she forced upon you. Archangel Michael says, "Peace belongs to those who stayed true even when misunderstood." You stood firm, you let truth speak. Now truth is rewarding you. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. Your person will come back, not because of guilt, but because love never died. The connection that was buried under manipulation is resurfacing. The universe waited until hearts were humbled before allowing the reunion. But this time, you'll be the one in control. You've evolved beyond pain. Your energy now chooses peace over revenge, growth over bitterness. The woman who once destroyed connections is now isolated. She's forced to watch the world move on without her. The lessons she refused to learn are now teaching her through loneliness. My beloved child, this is divine closure. You don't need to say a word, your healing has already spoken for you. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Your story is not ending, it's transforming. The energy once stolen from you is returning multiplied. The same people who doubted you now whisper your name with admiration. Your person's eyes finally carry truth. When he looks at you again, he doesn't see who you were, he sees the strength you've become. The quiet grace that grew from pain is your greatest revenge. She, meanwhile, will live with the echoes of her choices. Not out of cruelty, but because every soul must face its mirror. Her reflection will forever remind her of the one she wronged. Tonight, sleep peacefully. Justice is not a storm, it's a sunrise. And it has finally risen for you. Type Amen to get blessing 3232.